All right, solving two-step equations. The way that I look at solving two-step equations is that you need to do the opposite to the thing farthest away from x. Now that is on the same side of equal sign though. Okay, so we're not going to look on the other side of the equal sign. So let's say that we have a problem that looks like that. 3x plus 7 equals 19. Well, we look on this side of the equation. What's farthest away from x? Well, the 7 is the thing that's farthest away from x. So I need to do the opposite to it. So instead of adding 7, I subtract 7. Okay? So then I have, that cancels, so 3x equals 12. Again, if I'm going to make things go across this line, I have to do the opposite. 3 is being multiplied by x. The opposite of multiplication is division, so x equals 4. And then now x is by itself, so that's my solution. Just some quick things. Properties of equality. I'm pretty sure you can't see that. Nope, you can't. Property of equality. This is the subtraction property of equality because we do it to the same side, to both sides of the equation. This is the division property of equality. So property of equality simply means we do it to both sides. That way the thing stays equal and we're really not changing anything. Okay? So properties of equality simply mean we do it at both sides. So if we're subtracting, it's the subtraction property of equality. If we're adding, it's the adding property of equality. So on and so forth. Let's look at another equation. Let's say that we have 2/3 x Okay, so cover it up. Do the thing farthest away from x, so that's the 1. Opposite of subtracting 1 is adding 1. So now we have, I always draw a line to my equal sign. 2/3 x equals 8. Now, this is a little bit tricky. You can look at this two ways. We're dividing by 3 and we're multiplying by 2. Okay? Or we can simply multiply by this thing flipped over. So multiply by 3 over 2 on both sides. Okay? So since we're dividing by 3, we multiply by 3. Since we're multiplying by 2, we divide by 2. And that cancels everything out over here. So we're left with x equals. Now this is 8 over 1. So you can type it into a calculator if you would like. But 8 times 3 is 24 over 2 times 1, which is 2. Then 24 divided by 2 is 12. So that would be my answer, okay? But again, do the thing farthest away from x first. Most difficult these kind of problems can get would be something along these lines. All right? Notice, I blocked this out. Something's happening to the entire equation. So I've got to get rid of that thing first. So instead of dividing by 2, I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation by 2. That causes these 2's to cancel. Now I have 10 equals 3 minus x. Okay, now I've got to solve it. So subtract 3 from both sides. I just got to finish this up over here. 7 equals negative x. Now, this is like a negative 1 in front of the x, and the negative 1 is being multiplied by the x, so the opposite of multiplication is division, so that means negative 7 equals x, and that would be my solution. So if something's happening to the entire equation, make sure you get rid of that piece first, okay? The last thing that you need to know for this is in word problems, all right? You're going to have a couple of word problems. The thing that's changing, or the variable amount, so let's say something's happening every month, or it's happening every day, or whatever, goes with x. Goes with the variable. If it's constant, so it only happens one time, it's not going to happen more than once, it stays by itself. Okay, stays by itself. So if it's changing amount, so let's say we earn $4 a day, or maybe we do something 20 times a minute. That means it's a rate of change. Something's changing. So this would be like 4D or 20X or something along those lines. If it's constant, in other words, we pay a fee, a one-time fee. Okay? Sorry, I know you can't see that. There you go. A one-time fee. Or maybe a cost to open a building. Just straight up cost. It's only going to happen one time. Then that's a constant. So we just put it off by itself. All right, then solving the equation is going to be the same exact type deal. All right, hopefully that helps you figure out how to do solving two-step equations.